welcome everybody. This is an episode of The Struggle is Real. I'm your host, Dufton Duffy Shepherd, and I have two of my real good friend them here with me because we're going to talk about the things then. We're going to be interacting, we're going to be sharing our views, our thoughts, plans, ideas, and who knows what else will come about. Now, remember to keep the conversations going at all times on our social media platforms. Now, on Facebook, it is Gleaner Jamaica, and everything else, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, it is Jamaica Gleaner. So keep the conversations going. Send us your comments. Tell us what you like about Tara's hair or Jadon's locks. It's going to be a good vibe. Now, as I said before, I have two of my friends here, and we have Tara Playfair and Jadon. Now, Jadon is a recording artist. I'm not going to introduce them. They're going to introduce themselves.
Oh, wow.
I don't think Tara has enough time. Tara, how many hats do you wear?
I wear 65 hats.
Can you give us top four? Just four.
All right, marketing and PR consultant.
Right.
Entertainment manager.
Right.
Producer, and I own Co-work GA.
Co-work GA?
Visitors.
Yes. What do you do at Co-work GA?
It is a space for creatives, young entrepreneurs, older entrepreneurs, persons who now may not have an office space to work. You can come there and work. We have super blazing Wi-Fi. We've got great coffee. We have conference rooms, and we have offices.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're
I think I'll visit
Thanks
there.
for asking. Bye.
And Jadon, what's your claim to fame?
Well, I'm a brew man. Yeah, the brew man. Yeah, man. I'm a brew man, you know. And I'm a singer-songwriter, you know. Entrepreneur, businessman, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? And definitely, I'm what do I say? Plant-based chef. Yeah, chef after that for the thing to see.
Yeah,
Nice.
cooking something that.
Yes,
Healthy chef.
Yeah, I think every man should be able to cook.
Absolutely.
I know man too.
Clean, wash. No, I'm not talking about those meals.
Yes.
But you know, we're not going to digress. So we're here to talk about how COVID, the
Right.
pandemic, has affected the entertainment industry, more particularly entertainers and entertainment professionals. What are the
Right.
struggles? Because you know the struggle is real.
It is very real.
It is. We're talking off air, and we're saying that before the pandemic, there was such a bright outlook.
Yes,
You
everybody
know,
was
so many
prepped
things
for
were going on.
2020.
Did you have what plans did you have like
Had a
right
lot.
before?
I had a lot of plans for 2020. And I think, as Jadon was agreeing as well, most people were looking at 2020, not sure if it's because it was 2020, you know, there was a lot, and you were like, this is a year, you know, but I do think things were going well for us as a country. You know, I think a lot of individuals had planted their seeds and were looking forward to watching them bloom or to actually start reaping. So there were a lot of plans. I know for myself, I'd wanted to expand co-work into Montego Bay, so I was looking at that. You know, I was looking at a lot of things with Sasco as well, with Gabby, you know, so we were looking at a bunch of different stuff, planning to, you know, go on tour, of course, with the band again through Europe in the summer.
That's Sasco's band, right?
Sound Agents, baby.
Right.
Yeah. So we're looking at a lot of different things, you know. I think everybody was super excited to start kicking off in 2020.
Entertainment was...
Yeah, you felt like a bubble.
It
You
was,
felt like a little
pot,
tingle.
You know, when you cook some soup,
Yeah, definitely.
What was it like for you? What kind of plans? How excited were you about 2020, the possibilities?
Well, as I said just now, the pot was boiling. You know, for I and I just released my first debut album, 369, and you know, I was on all over the island, Mela FM Road Tour, you know what I mean, Jaria and Jaria, you know what I mean.
Road tours, how do we miss those?
So it was like, as I said, the pot was boiling up, you know what I mean, and I released my album in February. In March, went to Florida, COVID, back, you know what I mean, went to promote my album and right in the COVID. So within that time, it's like, we were still in there doing some virtual shows and all them stuff there, but we couldn't get to do like what I really want to do, like engaging with the fans.
Before COVID, I remember the last event I did was Rumfest. Rumfest was the last major event that was held in Jamaica right before. I think Rumfest was a Sunday, and then the lockdown started.
Yeah,
the
they
Friday.
barely squeaked through.
No, I don't think everybody knew. I think we heard.
Yeah,
like we heard the
you started
rumblings.
hearing because
You
it
hear the
was in the
rumblings.
States.
Right, and then
Yeah.
we were like,
because
okay,
I never
fine.
knew. I honestly never really.
Do you think we were unprepared for it though? Like, do you think we had this belief as a people and also the entertainment industry that it would, like hurricanes would just pass us?
Absolutely.
And, like, it wouldn't affect Jamaica. Like, it would be like, hey,
I think a hurricane is exactly the right description, because I think it's gonna go over. The eye might be there. You might get some heavy rains and a little breeze and a tussle.
Yeah.
And then it goes on.
Right.
And then you pick back up.
Right.
But it just hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah. So we weren't prepared.
No.
I don't think we were ready as an industry.
No, definitely not.
And then
Bam.
what
Impact.
went through your mind when it was real now? The shutdowns, the curfews, the stay at home for the first 2 weeks.
Okay, in truth, the first 2 weeks were awesome. They were great. I was fine because I legit thought it's gonna be 2 weeks top, maybe 3 tops.
Right.
So I bought up green juices,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to use the
strengthen the
time.
immune system.
Yeah.
You're gonna chill out a little bit.
I was in my backyard getting almond leaf.
Where?
You know about that? And OTT apple leaf. Yeah, blending them. Yeah. I was walking. I was out by police officers club. You couldn't talk to me.
Yeah.
I was so health bound and ready.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks.
Let's not go past the 2 weeks.
Let Jadon tell
the
you
2
what
weeks
the
for
2
you. The
weeks
first
was
2
like.
weeks was.
Well, the first 2 weeks for me, as I said, I wasn't in Jamaica. I was in Florida.
Oh.
Right.
So it's like that catch me within Florida. So as I said before, I was there to promote. I couldn't promote, so I have to doing virtual shows and calling interviews. But while I was there in that same 2 week, there's a lot of palm tree in Florida.
Right.
But in my community in Clarendon, Canaanites, we're known to build broom. So I was keep on telling my friends, them say, that same palm we use at build broom at Jamaica.
You start build broom on
Nobody
Friday,
no believe me.
You start build broom.
So one of the day, one of my neighbor happened to cut down some of the palm, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna build a broom for one of my brethren. Build the broom, and one of my next brethren come see the broom. This is actually one of the broom that I built in Florida.
Broom.
Yeah, that I built in Florida.
Foreign. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present.
Imported.
Yeah, it's a foreign broom.
So I
courtesy of
actually
Jadon.
create history within Florida to create it is actually one of my merchandise right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like when I build the first broom, take a picture, just put it up on Facebook. It's like fans from all over start to requesting a broom, you know what I mean? So it's like I create a memorabilia within that time. So it's like,
cool.
trust me, as she said, it was actually good. You know what I mean? It was actually like,
Yeah.
So you had the whole big run on the supermarkets.
Oh yeah,
So
and
everybody was
from
preparing
before
for,
I
like,
heard that I like grabbed up things from early.
Tissue,
I got
wipes.
all of that.
There was no sanitizer nowhere.
Yeah. That never mean nothing to
sprays,
me.
all of that was gone. But one thing that blew up, I don't think people paid much attention to lives, Instagram lives, Facebook lives.
Right, but that's not the first 2 weeks though.
No, I'm moving. Like now we're moving
All
on
right.
to the 2
Well,
weeks
move
now.
on now.
We're
Yeah,
moving on
yeah.
now. I see. Everybody went live. Everybody was going
You
live.
could not turn your phone on and the top half on IG was not red. Every single body was live.
everybody was on the phone.
Everybody was live. Everybody
Was
was.
live.
It was just live.
Everybody was live.
It was live. It was live.
Everybody
And
was
then,
live.
so everybody thought it was temporary because we still thought it was temporary. And entertainment was the first industry that was totally shut down.
Yes.
Totally shut down.
Yeah.
And I think maybe after we got about the third month, that's when it started to sink in that, hey, this is real. Like,
Yes.
this is,
Yes, because it also started, remember, in that time now is when Europe and like Italy, France, all of them had started to have terrible situations
Breakouts.
with the hospitals and people were
Right,
dying.
right.
And then the US, being led by the former president,
Right.
he was like, no, it's gonna be fine and it's gonna blow over. And US is not really going to be that much affected, but then New York, because we were planning for the Sumfest launch in New York, which is how we always start.
Right.
And we were
And
trying.
Sumfest was coming off a great.
It was a great year.
It was a great. Because wasn't Sumfest also looking to expand, like maybe move from where it was because of the turnout?
Yes, exactly. And Joe was not sure if Catherine Hall could manage that crowd because it couldn't be like it was the year before.
Right.
So either he would have had to expand Catherine Hall or find a different venue.
It was a great festival. I think we had that was a great 12 months for festivals.
Yeah, for
live
entertainment
events.
on a whole.
Yeah, it was a great
very
12.
good.
But it was crazy because before, like reggae month, like there was a whole thing going on in the country before.
Right. Yeah.
It's like somebody didn't know that it had gonna happen
We
to keep all those shows.
We were doing record numbers, and the outlook was just so bright and beautiful,
So
and
bright.
then
Very
everything
positive.
just went flat, and then now we're still feeling the effects of it. You see, the question is, when was it real? Because I remember when it got real for me, like this is maybe the void, the dimension that we're now living in. It's when I had my comedy show the year before. I had 2 shows sold out, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna make it a yearly show. And people were buying tickets, venue, everything was great, and I had to be canceling all of that because not only the date was coming close, I didn't know when a possible other date. So that for me was when I was like, wow, we are here.
Right. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, when did it become real? Like, I mean, this is no longer something that's going to be passing. There's someone we'll probably have to live with.
And to me, I work even though I was in Florida, as I said, and couldn't get to perform. I create the broom, and we start promote that, and people start coming forward for interviews. So it's like, for me, I was so busy within all of them time. So it's like, I come back to Jamaica, and when I forward back to Jamaica, I was still busy in focusing on how to build my brand, because honestly, even before that, I never see myself getting the recognition that I needed then.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was so focused on building I brand, lifestyle.
Which is the growing pains of
You know what I mean? To get myself recognized as a brand name. You know what I mean? So yes, it does affect I, but as I said, nothing never really changed for me. It was just still
the moment.
working. Like,
when was the moment when it boom, when you open your fridge and you lock it back? And that moment you open your fridge and you lock it back and you go, what? Yes, I'm really there.
Yeah. So so my brain operates in a way that I like to work towards targets.
Right.
Like a date.
With no date.
Right. So when it was, as I said, when you tell me 2 weeks,
Right.
I said probably 3.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah. So I was fine. And then when it kept going and I was seeing what was happening elsewhere, it started to register that, wow, hey, this is really, the cases are climbing. This is going to be here for a while. And things we had planned, like there was Coffee Fest right in that time.
Yes.
Yeah, that was like off. And then one by one, things started to be canceled. We're working on a very exciting Sumfest 2020. All the artists were locked in. We had started rolling out promotions. And we kept saying, okay, if not July, probably like Independence Weekend, but yeah, we don't want to go again. You know, we dream of
I
them
think
little space.
everybody was saying summer.
Right.
Towards the end of summer.
It's on the burn on.
Yeah.
The heat.
Yeah, the tropical climate.
Yeah.
So leave for life.
Yeah.
We're good to go.
Right? So, yeah, you guys know that vibe. And so when you start to click now and say, hold a moment, everything that you work with or on, for me, had taken a blow. There was a curfew, so co-work had to close early.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So that was taking a blow.
Yes.
And then entertainment was taking a blow. Sports with a SAFA, remember Olympics was last year. That took a blow.
Yes.
So yeah, there was just one thing after the other, and that's when, guys, I began to eat. That's when I was like, the little thing I want to eat.
Is it me alone? Like came out of, like I went to my house one day, the curfew, and I stand up on an empty road and I said, look. Like I said, hold on, this real like, hello?
Yep. Is anybody out there?
And there's nobody, and it was almost eerie.
It was eerie, and I live in a cul-de-sac, and the good thing is with my neighbors, hi Enrico, Sasha, you know, like Martine, you know, we were playing like Kaluk every night and dominoes and we were drinking, and then you're like, this is just never gonna stop. It's just never going to end. And then I honestly began to sink into like a depression.
A lot of
No, for real, it's a fact.
and a lot of persons don't understand and we're creatives.
Exactly.
And for the creatives, we need to express.
You need to create.
With no platforms to express, then you almost sink into a hole because there's nothing there.
Absolutely.
And you saw it. You saw less and less of certain persons.
Yeah.
Some people were just disappeared. And but how do you think entertainers have been affected emotionally, creatively,
Yeah.
psychologically
Yeah, it's a lot.
with this pandemic and all the things surrounding it?
Well, I'll let Jadon speak from his side.
Well, I mean, emotionally, it does hurt like everyone, because one of the most nicest thing to do is to go and perform for the fans, them, you know what I mean, and I lose that, you know what I mean. So it's like trust me, like
It's therapy sometimes.
it's everything for me, like trust me, you know. So, but on the next hand, it give I and I the time. This whole COVID, it honestly give I and I the time, and even the people, as you said before, a lot of people was online now. So now you have like the people literally start listening everything now. You have some people probably never used to even hear about Jordan.
More time. People
Yes,
have
so
more
they have
time.
more time to go forward. So now you even see positive music and research and that come back again right now. You know what I mean? Because the people is like take the time to listen all the things them where I run the street and realize about it. Them things are not really make no sense. You know what I mean? So people have the time to really the smoke clear, to really pick out the one them who really make sense from one that makes sense. That's why I even have youth like even Yaksta right now with that songs that we are going good, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
he has been grinding for a minute.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Brand new, man, and not just brand new, the song makes sense. So everyone can really
Connect
to that.
Youngster still like my literally brush like a dirt off of my shoulder, pop my collar, because like I think I gave him his first call up on a stage to perform.
See it.
Yeah, man. Somebody feel good like that. Youngster, my general.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it
So-
actually give I and I that space we even can do a song like even cooking right now, where I see everyone pay attention to the plant base and
The diet.
the diet. You know what I mean? Of food, because right now it's like if you're healthy, it's the health right now is the problem. It's to keep yourself healthy. You know
You're
what
trying
I mean?
to have a strong
Immune system,
as
yeah,
possible.
as possible, yeah.
So
I think right now, message music stand out more right now. Because when you have a problem, the people go for more, like they search for a solution.
So Tara, I mean, you do artist management, so you will know, you'll hear come. But so I want you to tell me both sides. as the manager
yeah.
and also the artist?
I think definitely after you sink into that little space, you know, I started to look at different things. So, like we can speak for Sasko's side and Asafa also, both of them started really focusing on the backyard farming. You know, Saska has been doing it for a while, but then he would send me pictures. I think about Chad, I think about below this, and then I was like, you know something, let's talk to H&M. Let's see if they want to get involved as well. And we formed a great partnership there with H&L, big up to H&L. And so, you know, we did Modern Builder and started building different things, you know, showing how to build planter boxes, showing how to, you know, build out your outside kitchen and, you know, different things. And people started looking inwards to where they lived because you couldn't leave it. So, you know, how do you make it that place where you have a lot more comfort, where you're feeling like you want to be there all the time? So, you know, we looked at that. You know, Asafa had his little egg thing, and Saska went and helped him build a little hen house, penthouse, you know? So we started just doing a lot more things together. Hen house, penthouse. Yeah. And, you know, just seeing what could you do to kind of pivot in this time.
That word.
Yeah, that became the buzzword.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
That word kind of annoying me now.
Yeah.
Like, if I hear that word one more time.
Pivot?
Pivot.
Yeah.
Everything is about pivot. I'm like, it rose, it gave rise to prominence of that word, pivot.
Just type pivot in the comments to annoy.
Yeah, that's pivoting, pivot, to pivot. You need to pivot. And you should pivot and pivot. Pivot where?
Right.
No, because I literally saw like some entertainers go, pivot where? What if it do? Pivot because the virtual space and some opportunities are limited.
Yes, they are limited.
Literally, it has done this. It's almost like a bottleneck effect. Right.
Yeah.
So everybody won't be able to go through it. And I've seen where industry practitioners and professionals have had to resort to things outside of what they have spent their lives trying to avoid. Going into a 9 to 5. I have a friend who he went overseas and is doing construction.
Absolutely.
I know a prominent DJ who drive taxi. And
you have to survive.
You have to survive, you have to live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The bills don't stop, and as we know with a particular company, they just got higher. So, yeah, you gotta pay them. They don't care.
Yeah. Do you think that the industry, though, would have benefited from more outside input? Because I think the industry has been self-sustaining for a long while.
Definitely.
That's been moving along on our own.
Yeah.
Now that we have hit a total block, do you think that we would have benefited if it is we had more outside help? And I'm talking about the powers that be. So I'm talking about our country governance. We're talking about the private sector who benefit from the entertainment industry because they use us for ads. They use us for ambassadors. They use us for
the word that
campaigns.
you use. You said they use us.
No, when I say, let me say, utilize our services and
but
our brands.
honestly, I think they use us.
Right, and this is also what I said. Now it is that this money machine has now, the wheels are falling off. What can you do? You think we would have benefited more with their input?
I do think that there was a missed opportunity. I do think that our government.
Do you think that it's not ongoing? Like, you think they can step in at any time?
Yeah, but a lot of damage is done. A lot of damage has already been done. Yes, they can of course step in. Yes. But I do think personally, that our government could have looked at the entertainment industry as a critical industry to Jamaica, as in a revenue generator for Jamaica, a brand
and the world
ambassador for Jamaica Entertainment is full stop. And I think they could have gotten to a table, literally or figuratively, and said, all right, we may not have the money to really come and give everybody X and Y.
Right.
And then how do we make it even? But what are the things we can do? Why not work with a utility company here and there and say, yo, them need a 3-month break. See? Them need a this. Rent. People are kicked out here when in America right now, they still cannot be kicked out for non-payment of rent. They can't. You know, just the little things to kind of back you up a little bit. So if you're not going to give a stipend or a stimulus or whatever, there are some other things you could have stepped in to assist with to help somebody make it through, because that 100 grand or 80 grand or whatever they're spending on a bill or a rent, them could have put towards food or try something else or do something else.
You've always heard that entertainment is a luxury.
Yes.
Always heard
yes,
that entertainment
yes,
is luxury.
yes.
When you talk about managing your finances, entertainment is one of the last things. That if it is you need to take some stuff away, entertainment can be put aside.
Absolutely.
I'm going to ask this because it's two-sided.
Yeah.
A, is entertainment a critical industry for the livelihood of Jamaica? And 2, with entertainment being off the table for so long, and you're seeing the impact where you're seeing a lot of other social issues going on.
A lot.
Should that way of thinking now be revised as to how impactful entertainment is? So
I think
I want both of you to answer that.
Who you want to go first?
Tara, I feel like you're an old person, so I want you to talk first. Is entertainment, first of all, a critical industry for Jamaica?
It is. Entertainment feeds so much people. You know what I mean? So much of the people and we're not looking at. The little man was selling peanut, the man was selling little weed and cigarette. You know what I mean? They actually have people with them sent to school after that. You know what I mean? They have they feed themselves. You know what I mean? So
but they should pivot.
Into what?
To what? Yeah, like asking for me.
No, that's the response you get. They should pivot.
I don't think they can really truly say
You can sell virtual peanuts.
Oh,
can
wow.
you? Well, I will try
Drop
to
the
see
peanuts on the timeline, guys. Yeah.
So, trust me, and again, I think too, there's a lot of people who just used to just go to party for like therapy. You know what I mean?
That was the point I was going to make.
Yeah, like
Can I
honestly.
whistle any louder?
So right now we even see a lot of man and woman in a whole lot of different things, and we see a lot of crime, and we hear them try to blame it on the dancehall music.
Them?
Like people.
People?
Like who are they? The government?
doing
Hello. Jadan is misquoting somebody.
Who is doing it?
I don't know is who.
I think one person did that.
One person did? Well,
Right, what we're talking about generally. Because,
I don't think
that's a road that we
Right, so
Yeah.
dancehall has been blamed for the
blame, yes,
the
but
crime. Yeah.
I don't think it's more than that. You know what I mean? Dancehall have a lot of good we do actually do for our industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we honestly need to look at that
Right.
and shed some light on that. 'Cause one of the things I realize with the world, I notice we love promote negative news.
True
We
that.
need to create a platform that only promote positive things that happen out of Jamaica. Like even the news. I love the news, you know. But some of the time I don't even want to watch the news because I know what's going to come on the news.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like right now I'm thinking about to create a platform because I come from Clarendon. And so much talent is in Clarendon. You know what I mean? But like probably you can't tell me artists from Clarendon right now different from myself, you know what I mean? But I use my platform, Spotify, to create a playlist called Clarendon. You know what I mean? We are just Clarendon artists on it. So
that's nice.
as I'm saying, all the things are going, it's just for us to share, to turn the positive where the positive are going, you know what I mean?
Tara, jump back now because
Yes.
we'll go over this a little bit
What
for
was,
the
it,
tangent.
what was it again? What was the thing again?
We're talking about how is entertainment a
Yes.
critical industry?
Right.
And how does it impact on the next level on the individuals, their mental, their physical, their
Absolutely,
emotional?
absolutely, absolutely. It is. It is a critical industry on many, many levels. So one, if Jamaican,
Always together. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where you get your notebooks, your pens and pencils, and take notes.
entertainment has so many facets.
Right.
So it's not just music. There's arts, there's dance, there's
This
theater,
is why I
there's-
keep saying entertainment.
Yeah,
because people keep talking about.
saying it's just musicians, and it's not just musicians themselves, as in the DJs or the singers or whatever. There are bands, there are players of instruments that haven't worked.
Right.
There are DJs that play music that haven't worked. There are people who put on plays that have not been able to put
the
on
theater industry is
plays.
dead.
Theater industry.
It's dead.
For instance,
literally.
comedy. When? Where?
It's a joke thing.
All right.
Got it,
And
got
as
it.
Jadon said, it's a trickle down, as we were talking about
Right,
earlier.
right.
So there are bartenders, waitresses,
So much different people, yeah.
barcode. We had a little meeting and they said their 300 bar staff haven't worked.
Okay,
For a year.
I'm going to give you a practical
about
example. No, I want you to continue with a practical example.
Yeah.
When I put on a staging of Slightly Unhinged, which is my stand-up
Yes,
comedy show,
yes.
I hire, there's a digital board that I rent. So I hire one person. He has a staff of about 6 or 7. So that's 7 persons that earn from that.
Right.
Plus I have 2 cameramen, 1 editor, 2 sound engineers, 2 guys who bring the stage in, fit it up,
Right, of course. And pull down.
a girl who works at the door, I have a security.
And let's not forget the person who cleans up after.
No, I'm just talking about just for who.
Yeah.
I specifically, plus the performers, I also pay them.
Right.
Whichever venue I use, they have their staff. So they have the chef, they have the bartenders, the person who clean, the person who put out the chairs, all of that. So when you look at my small production,
Right.
you're looking at about 25 persons who directly earns from it. And we're not talking about indirect, we're not talking about the children or whoever it is. So when you look at the industry, can you not say it's not? Like
How does it not put food on so many different people's tables?
when last I hear somebody said they're coming to Jamaica for a vacation to go to a bank?
Not recently.
Ah, right.
To a what?
A bank.
Yeah, they're
People
here
come
for,
to Jamaica for the tourists, which is
entertainment.
our primary source of foreign revenue. They come to Jamaica
reggae
for
music,
the
the
culture
dancer, yeah.
and or entertainment.
Yeah.
Why is it being put on, you know what, me don't want to get into this. Tara finishes.
You sure?
Want to testify, Tara.
All right.
Yes.
So yes, so those things, as Jadon said, the man or the woman that roll out the jerk pan, the soupy, peanuts,
Hairdresser.
hairdresser, clothes, eyelash,
The
nail,
man will brush the little sitting upon your face.
makeup
Tara,
artist.
Tara, listen to me. People, right here on a woman alone is 5 people. Look, you have the hair, you have the eyelash, you have the makeup.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. And, you know, the hotels also,
Yeah.
they generate a ton of revenue. We know that between Dream Weekend, Sumfest, Carnival, Shell,
They are
sold out.
Yes.
Lockdown, Airbnbs,
Yes.
Shell,
Yes.
sold out, lockdown. So there are a number of people beyond who you think is the face of the entertainer that is suffering.
Everybody really get a touch.
Yeah. Interior the people that went decorate your event for your party.
Everybody has found a little way
Because what-
to earn.
Promo girls.
You know what?
The people that sell soap outside.
Me I
just-
hear no talk, and honestly, we need to just say entertainment is in everywhere.
It is.
Which is why I asked the question, can it be classified as a critical part of the entertainment industry a critical part of our economy?
I believe it is.
It is.
Maybe,
There's a follow-up question that's wanted.
maybe that's not the case everywhere.
But I mean, address the second part
Yeah.
in terms of the individual impact,
yeah.
the mental, the
course.
psychological, the physical.
Of course. It's all of those things because you are stressed out. You are not sure where that next dollar may be coming from. Not everybody has put down a huge nest egg they can just be drawing down on. And it's a stressful thing. So of course, you're going to go in, it's going to affect you mentally, it's going to affect you emotionally, it's going to affect you spiritually.
Right.
You know, on all levels. So, and then that then comes across maybe in your household. Maybe you're not so great to be around anymore. Maybe, you know, you've kind of pulled away from your woman and your picnic or your man and your picnic, whatever the case may be. It's a heavy burden to bear, especially if that particular job was the main breadwinner for the household.
There is a reason why solitary confinement is a punishment. You know?
Exactly.
Which is basically what's happening when you're at home by yourself, locked up all the time. It's solitary confinement is a form of punishment. Humans need
to interact. And Jamaicans are extremely social.
Yeah.
You can't even go into a supermarket and them just stand up right under you. Right behind you. And you can't get no space. Jamaicans are just like that.
But I guarantee
Let me in your face.
if you put 10 Jamaicans in a
Achua
space.
you, achua you, achua,
No,
achua
it's
you.
not me alone.
If you put 10 Jamaicans in a space and
Yeah.
you walk away and come back in 5 minutes, there's a conversation going on and there are 10
Happens,
strangers.
has to
We'll
happen.
start talking about something. We have to.
It's so it go.
Yeah.
It's so it go. And as Jordan said, the truth is, most Jamaicans, after you had a day at work or school or exams or whatever, you go meet up with friends. You go hang out, whether on just chatting, whether on going grab a meal together, break
Make it
bread,
what, yeah.
whether you just going get a quick drink and chat and de-stress. You don't have that. So you are going to see the things we've seen where there are private parties happening, you know, people are cordoning off areas and going to parties and doing their thing because it's a lot to be cooped up. And there was a brilliant article written the other day, I can't remember her name, but she wrote an article and spoke about the fact that when you say, oh...
It was in the Gleaner?
Yes, of course. When you say curfew and lockdown, are you thinking about the persons that live in a one-room environment? Are you really thinking about what that means to them to say, stay in there, and that's the only place you can be? It really hit me because it's true. It's true. If that's your only environment, and sometimes it's not so great to be there, what do you do? Yeah. What are your options?
Yeah, because there's a lot of people who have to find their food on a day-to-day basis.
A lot of people.
Yeah. Like probably 90% of Jamaica.
Okay, okay.
You know what? Because we realize how that get dug deep into it. So if it is that it is a critical part of our economy,
Yes.
Our industry.
it affects us financially.
Yes.
Spiritually,
us.
physically.
Physically, emotionally,
Every alley.
spiritually,
Every
every
alley.
alley,
Every
every
alley.
alley.
On a
Yes.
business and on a personal level.
Yes.
Every alley.
Why do you think that there has been almost no attempt to find a workaround?
A solution? Because I think, as it has been for the entertainment industry for as long as I can remember, it's not really been respected. It's not considered an industry.
And you know what we can
You
say?
say entertainment industry, but it's not considered an industry.
You ask why.
Is that convenient?
You ask why. You know, my why, I think, remember, the industry is down. So no money is making. So it don't interest nobody. But it only interests them when something is going on and money making.
Happens.
Yes.
When the photo ops.
Yes. So no, it don't interest nobody.
Because it's not affecting them and theirs.
Ah, okay.
Them and theirs.
Yes.
Okay, simple.
So it's no one in their immediate circle that's being affected by it. So
Simple.
it's not critical.
Simple.
So, Webs, we've seen where we're coming from.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID,
Yeah.
We're still inside the pandemic.
Pandemic. Some call it pandemic too.
All right.
The views expressed by
The views expressed.
right, so we're here and
Yes.
it seems that we are on our own. How can we work together with the powers that be, people still be safe, but entertainment isn't on the bed with flatlining? What do you think we can do?
Well, I had made a suggestion earlier, but I do think it's going to have to be a meeting between the private sector, the government, and the entertainment industry itself. But I think some solutions, or a possible solution, is that of doing virtual exchanges then. Why not partner with other countries like Europe, who has not been able to have the typical European festivals that we know our artists will go back to back over the summer, which is where they generate a strong portion of their income. Why not partner with Europe to put on shows from here? Why don't we do that virtually?
Right.
Something like that. Japan loves our dance hall, can't live without our dance hall. Why not have some sound clashes here with our DJs and stuff that is virtually done with Japan, and so exchange?
Do you think we can
almost.
do a mix though? I mean, virtual and in person? A hybrid
Yeah, well,
approach?
for those countries that are open and allowing people in, I don't think Europe is right now.
Well, like one of the suggestions I've had and I've kind of thought about it, it's that you can cordon off areas in different venues. So for instance, you have a venue that holds, this is an example, 100 persons.
Right.
Normally.
Right.
What you do, you cut it to 50.
Okay.
And what you do is that everybody has a assigned area. And you have marshals their only job is to ensure that these persons are staying in their designated areas.
Why do you need to even do that? I made a whole pitch to the entertainment.
But we want to hear the pitch.
Minister,
Give us the pitch.
Which
pitch it.
was
Pitch
called,
it. Do you want to hear her
which
pitch?
was called
You want to hear pitch
Pull
it? Do you want
Up,
to pitch?
and I applied for my permits, which they took my funds.
And they took your funds?
Yes, they did.
Did you get it back?
No.
Who did it? No, tell me.
No,
who.
you have to go down
No, tell me.
and apply
call him.
to the parish council.
It's parish council? Oh, no,
But
I don't have their number.
The thing is, why not allow us, like say the same venue, like say over there by
A venue. Let's use
no,
it.
I want to be specific.
Where?
The Lord, why is it
Kingston?
escaping me? No, Priory. Where?
Prairie. Where Rebel Salute is
Rebel
kept.
Salute is kept.
It is called
Grizzlies
Grizzlies Plantation. Grizzlies
Right.
Plantation, right.
Look how big Grizzlies is.
Right.
Why couldn't we conceivably park cars there like a drive-in? Have a huge stage and allow people to tune in. You have the 4 people or the 6 people in your car, depending on who you are.
Right.
Tune in on your radio and watch a live show. You are socially distanced.
Yeah, I think
You are socially distanced.
Yeah, because I've seen where
The people them need to find her, you know. Who know where to find her, to find her.
Because
she have
But
a great
everybody
idea.
is there.
But it's a hybrid approach.
It's a hybrid.
I
Yeah,
think
you
what
can
has-
watch and be entertained.
I
We
think
could
what-
still stream that.
Right.
And people come to your cars
But that
with
will
your
be more
drinks.
live still because you're still in the venue.
But it can also work for theater, because theater isn't.
It's for any entertainment.
It is not about.
It's any
It is not about the
entertainment.
movement, because
But honestly, too, one of the things too, I think this idea is a powerful idea. I like it. But we as the artists, them, as the managers,
Yeah.
the producers,
Yeah.
need to act on these things. We need
But
to
how
stop.
you can't act because there is a curfew. There's nothing allowed.
There's a 6-letter word.
well,
there's a 6-letter word
well,
that
well,
starts
well,
with
well,
per and with meat.
When I overstand, I overstand that,
can't
so we
do
can't
without
really
that.
keep
You
nothing.
can't do
We can't
it.
keep nothing. But you ever take it from the next level, like you're just talking about it now?
It has been
I
put
applied
forward.
for a permit.
She has done
Do
it.
something
Gave
exactly
my
like this.
suggestion to the Honorable Minister Babsy Grange. Big up Babsy.
Right.
I did all of that already.
Yeah, she has
And
done
I'm
that.
still here.
I have done it. We have put forward these proposals, and this is why I didn't want us to go through the entire show talking about the different issues that we're having, the different problems that we're facing. without putting forward some solutions.
So,
Because
can we change
you
it?
always
Yeah.
hear that, okay,
Yeah.
okay, what are the solutions?
Right.
These are the solutions. We have solutions.
So basically, we need the government, Jamaica government on board to create the
powers that
solution.
be, because the private sector, if they decide to come on board and to push the movement and how it is that we in the entertainment industry want to move forward and need to move forward, because we're not about opening up the place up 100%.
No.
Right.
But there can be some hybrid approach.
Absolutely.
So that we all can benefit. Give us a fighting chance.
Right.
Give us a lifeline.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
A place where reggae music is like the mother is like we need to do something.
As a a reggae artist,
Yes.
you will have that as many hats and many
Comedy.
hats. Many
There's
hats.
a lot.
Yes,
No, when I say
producers,
reggae music, when I say reggae music, I'm talking about the whole entertainment.
Everybody would like for it to move forward. The entertainment industry stands in solidarity that we would just want a fighting chance. Now, there's so much more. Continue the conversation, as I said before,
Yes.
on our social media spaces. Of course, we have Tara, right? Tara, what's it? Your social media.
At Tara Playfair.
Yes, and you can.
And at Cowork JA.
I think the lower third is going to come up
And at the
somewhere
Social
about
House.
there. Wow.
One bag of hats.
Follow them all.
And Jadan, you are.
Jadan369 on Instagram, Jadan on YouTube,
Every time
Jadan.
I hear it's a 369, I thought
Yeah.
369.
369. Yeah, 3, 6, and 9 are
Yeah.
3, 6, and 9 are spiritual numbers
Yes.
that
I know three is.
connect everything together.
Oh, awesome.
It is the sequence of life. It's the energy of life.
And there are also multiples of 3.
Yes, always.
Always.
Yeah. And of course, I'm Dufton Shepherd. This is an episode of The Struggle is Real. Remember to go over to the
real.
social media pages. Jamaica Gleaner on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook. It's Gleaner Jamaica. Let us know what you think about this topic and how it is that we can possibly move forward. It's been a great time. Tara, big up yourself. Jada, big up
Big
yourself.
up. Thanks, guys.
We're out.
Cooking today, I tell true. Without some quinoa will do. Plant-based, but eat healthy. And kick with COVID.
Kick it
With a
away.
small broom, that's how we sweep ourselves out of this.
Oh, right out of this room.